Hey everyone, back with our Katman deck up against HB today. We're actually playing against ThisIsAzrael vids. Go over, check out his videos as well. We decided we'd just get in a game. We're not going to actually get a exchange of information game in, so instead this will have to do. Opening hand is actually pretty decent. We have draw, we have money, and we have Guardian Blade, so if they stick Turing on the remote, we're covered. So I think I keep this. Hopefully we can draw into our other economy cards and our pressure cards fairly soon. And a standard Ice Hedge Fund opening from them. So we'll burst the draw first. And go pretty standard opening. So we need to face check kind of early to find out what kind of stuff they're running. Definitely find out kind of their ice suite. Brainstorm is a concern, so a Sentry Breaker of sorts would be nice to see, or an SMC at least. Proco instead would set us up nicely, so I think we just do that instead. Cards and money. It's a good way to be. And we should keep the Councilman a surprise for the moment. Ideally you want to use that as a surprise on... We've used it well on Batty before, but of course Caprice Nice, Jackson can be good in those situations too. And they're definitely prepared for a push, but they don't seem to be able to find the agenda just yet. So we can take a little more time to set up. Temujin is good. But which server do we put it on is the issue. I'm nearly tempted to hold on to it another turn, and now we draw two of them. Never rains but it pours. Now at least next turn if they can go for a score, we can go for our economy option. Blue level still shows us nothing. But plenty of ice. So we need to cut them off the source. So let's just stick this on archives and run 3 times. We can use the next one for a bit more pressure, put it on R&D or HQ, and force them to actually defend it. Cyberdex. Well, that will be inconvenient for this deck. Because as you know, we're running 3 Atman and Data Sucker as well to get that powered. So this is a server that is off limits to us. And even more off limits now. Ugh. What is this server? If there's each you can click through, we don't have this in SMC yet. Maybe we just give them this first one. I think we do. We can get through like Tollbooth Turing, but it'll be costly. And sentries do stop us completely. No, second thought. Gonna take a look. If it's EG, we can click through. Whereas a couple of code gates were actually laughing. Eli. I don't want to click through and then face plant into something nasty, so I'm just going to bounce there and drop instead. Data Sucker is less useful now, but it'll still be pretty good. Vitruvius with a token. Atman at 4 is always a safe bet. And yeah, setup is going pretty well. We could throw Data Sucker down here as well. And next turn we're kind of ready to make a bit of a push. Okay, so options are Atman of 4, run this, try and see what they've got. We can also poke R&D. Could go R&D first, which I'm more tempted by. So again, let's just take a look. Hopefully we can get them to raise 4 strength ice. Okay, that is not 4 strength ice. So we'll let that hit. We can run HQ. And vanilla. Okay. That's going to do no good for us. Actually, we can go through with Gordian if we want to. It'll cost us 3 to boost, 2 to break, which isn't bad. Atman at 4 isn't bad either, though. I think we draw one more time. And we'll pitch the rabbit hole. Yeah, happier with that. Because this may require us to go Atman 0. Which is, it's a commitment. Not one I'm overly fond of, but it might have to be done. And they are shuffling out agendas nicely. Okay, let's force a res on R&D. Maybe seeing what's in behind will give us some knowledge. Atman at 0 it is then. Too many clone chips. Not enough in the way of actual breakers and stuff. I still think we keep the Atman a secret. 0 seems a better call now until we can find a couple of more. Well, that's just annoying. Okay, Atman at 0. We can go HQ, and then we can go R&D. Not quite how I wanted things to go, but has to be done. You just see a magnet, okay. Well, that's fine for us, we don't mind that too much. And at least we'll see 2 cards here. That's no good to us. And Ichi. Don't want to be seeing that. We do have the Mimic, alright, but you become more and more prone to the Cyberdex Purge. Cronus Project is decent. We don't run Levy though, so it's not too bad for us. Instead, still all what we need is in the deck itself. So we need to keep digging really. Self-modifying code has come out at an inconvenient time. We don't have the memory to support it. Another data sucker. Again, we don't have the memory for it. So I think we just keep drawing and hope for the best. Let's go HQ for one more look. And we got a beta test. Wow, they've had quite a lot of agendas. Well, at least we got one of them. Eli is really inconvenient when you don't have Atman at 4. We need to find a memory unit just so we can get the SMC back. Presumably Ichi. The dual focus. Okay, well, I guess we have to run here, and unfortunately they know that. So run, click, click. Leaves us one short. We can get stuff trashed, but we do have clone chips, so I think we just have to try it. And hopefully there's no Ichi. And there is. So clone chip, sharpshooter. And break easy enough. But then we're kind of hoping that there isn't a second one. See, at least I'm learning how to play Shaper. You know, remember what's in the bin. Use the clone chips at will. And you're going to be in better time. We'll let them use that. So last click, I think we go R&D again. Although archives could be safe again with the CyberX gone. Let's see if they want to spend 5 on this. And indeed they do. So we will use the clone chip. Although we are starting to burn through them. We need to find our Atman soon-ish. But at least by making them spend all this money, they are a little further behind. Oops. So yeah, we'll use that as a bank for the vanilla instead. And hopefully we're more profitable with these 2 cards. Lateral growth again. It's like deja vu. Chrysium grid. That's not much use to us. So hopefully they don't just take 2 credits lateral growth, an agenda from hand or Jackson or anything, because we pretty much have to check anything that they put into the server. Wasn't what I was expecting. So we'll draw up. We'll look for good old Atman. There it is. So now we need money. Hopefully they don't have CyberX here, although we haven't used this data sucker yet. And we can point this at R&D actually. So this will cost us... It's going to be expensive to get Atman down, but worth it in the long run. I think instead we just take a credit and let's pitch the SMC. Yeah. It's a little annoying. Could be the Cyberdex, but I think we go Atman 4 here. It's an expensive investment, but has to be done. So this costs us 5 now, plus a mystery ice. There's always that temptation to let the trace fire. I don't think in this instance it's the right idea. Just to consume. Well played. And we need money again. See if they're hiding anything. Oh, a biotic labor, and they have exactly enough money. So if they draw an agenda, that is it. Or if they draw a 3-2, that is. So cost us 3, 2, 1. Could try and put the Temujin down and go archives a couple of times before going here. Okay, just advanced assembly lines. That's not too bad for us. We could do res. No, I think we leave it. I think at the moment our money is kind of crucial and also quite tight. And also they've gained the 3 credits off it already, so they just double up on that. So Temujin at HQ, because we know what this ice is. At least we can profit a little bit. So we have 8 credits. 3, 5, 6. I think we go R&D just to try to make sure that they can't get anything. This is now 2, 5, 7, 8. Could let them trace. Seems like a bad idea. Hooray for Atman. And C2. Archive, no good to us. And Eli. Well, at least they're now no good to them either. So there was that big tsunami of agendas and now nothing. I think this time we do. This is why you can't have nice things. I have to say, I'm liking how much 4-strength ice they've got, though. Oh, good chance that's the Eli. But let's run HQ anyway to force the res. We'll keep them off biotic labour that little bit longer. Was not what I was expecting. So instead we have to click through this for sure, because otherwise Ichi gets used. And that's not good for us. So now it's back to spending 3 credits to gain 4. So if we run click once. Yeah, that's a good idea. So 2, 4 to 5. Could spend the 2 clicks. This brings it to 6. So maybe even just take 3 credits and run. No, obviously we can't run. Ah, my mind. Click through this. This costs us 4 and another 1. Or go this way and ensure that they're not trying to sneak something past us. So which is better for us? This makes them quite poor though. So I don't think they can defend everything. Mm, 3 credits. They can't hit us with too much. Another Eli would be annoying, but not the end of the world. Be 2, 4, and then this. I think we have to take a look. Of course, it could all just be a distraction tactic, and it makes us a bit poorer as well. Yeah, I imagine by the end of this server, we're not going to be too happy with what we see. So we could spend a click. Is it going to be an APD? I'm not sure, but let's make them spend some money. Nope, just the 1. Okay. just Jackson. So back to the server. Maybe spend the 2 clicks here, and we'll profit 1 credit. We'll get a data sucker, and we'll get to see what they have in HQ. It's not great, but I think we have to take a look. Okay, that gets us back to 7 at least. Which means R&D is more of a threat again. This is not great, because we can't allow one to sneak through. But are they better holding it until they have biotic labour plus the agenda? Like, they only have to wait one more turn. I'd nearly hold on to it unless they're quite flooded. So, it's down to 2 credits, 2 credits, 2 credits, 1 credit. Could run HQ again and then go here. And kind of bank on the fact that this isn't an agenda. I think that's what we try. Of course, if it's Cyberdex, it also blows us out of the park, which would be pretty awful. The speed that they're letting us through indicates that they may have a surprise for us. No, okay. Whew. That was a nervy moment. All the fast advance, but we finally get something for all our R&D pressure. Unfortunately, we haven't seen anything that's going to give us like long-term economy anymore. And while we're making fairly efficient runs, it's still costing us a decent amount. So they drew the Sansan, they drew something fresh, and they've installed what you'd assume is the Sansan, because why would you go the agenda route? Again, you have the biotic. Don't think you need to. So we need a minimum of 5 credits to get through here, and 2 clicks. Yeesh. Lady helps, but it's probably too late at this stage. That could be funny, but I don't think it's gonna work in this instance. So I think we're just drawing frantically. Should probably have found a moment to use the employee strike. But left too long. We kind of got caught in our own economy issues. So is this Chrysium or is it Cyberdex? 3 cards face down in archives. You'd imagine they've just drawn something into hand. Which may well be this. It's a tricky spot. think R&D is our best chance. But I think our backs are against the wall. Okay, let's go R&D. They can definitely land a trace on us here, but I don't know how important that is. They are considering it though. After all that, they're not going to boost. Now, do they cyberdex us here? Nope. So it's kind of much of a muchness. If we click through here, we'll finish the run on 2 credits, which leaves us just short of running HQ. But maybe it gets us through archives as a last ditch effort. So 2 magical cards. Lateral growth has been the story of our R&D digs for the whole day. And archive memories. Useless. And there's a cyberdex, which we will leave where it is. Let's see if archives is anything good for us. No, nada. Trash in the sound sign. Wow, they're going for the hard way. That was nicely done in the end. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a couple of agendas. R&D digs kind of burned out on us. A little unlucky, maybe. And our Katie Jones hidden at the bottom. So our long-term economy was really, really hidden. Also, Astrolabe didn't show up, which would have been useful. But at least we managed to stem the tide at the start. They got off to a very, very quick start. Kind of pulled it back with the ABT steal, as they say. But just couldn't close it out in the end. But I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And maybe it's time to see the return of Katman.